Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell icon, turn post notifications on all. That way you'll be notified every time we drop a video, as well as dropping a comment and a share. That way this video will be recommended to a lot more people. Now, we got the 4K Trace side, flashing out and whatnot. Y'all know that side, man, the one that was created by the 38 baby, Mr. NBA Youngboy. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, skip all the talking. So first off, we got this man, Baby Joe. And Baby Joe just kind of let it be known, we are the ops, you know what I'm saying? And that creates the setting for what's finna happen, as this man Ben10 went ahead and sent the shiggity on his IG, where he dropped a new pic and said, "Thank God for my steppers. He don't miss nothing," with the stop emoji and like the, skull flag, pirate flag. It says hashtag, we gonna rep off of him, long top music blasting. I don't know why he put the E right there, but yeah, man. Basically, he letting it be known, we gonna step on something and rep off of it, allegedly. Y'all already know Who Gang Tay went ahead and shared it with the blood emoji and the ninja emoji. Then Who Gang D shares it as well and says we gonna rep off of him with a caption over it, just referencing the part that he said mostly. Then that man Ben10 goes ahead and shares another pic where, he sent another shiggity, man. And y'all know Ben10 been sending a lot of shiggities as of lately. He really been on the gas, haven't he? Ever since his cousin passed, Marvin. I'm sure y'all heard the story. But he says, no choice but to get rich with the money back. I can't have my brothers out here dying, trying to X. But those of you who know what he meant, out here trying to X, what he meant by that, hey, we ain't got to explain that. If you know, you know. But it didn't even stop there. He sent a lot more shiggities. In this one, he says, y'all with a girl running says talk too much. What I'm thinking he was trying to say was like, y'all females or like y'all B-words talk too much, but y'all running. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all saying y'all talking online, but when we see y'all running, allegedly. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think he meant by that. That's what I kind of took from it. But he still went on. In this one, he shares the pic from Marvin's funeral. Y'all know the cousin that passed, to which he captions it and says, we forever rocking with the guitar out behind you, cuz, with the heart emoji and the ninja emoji. You know what I'm saying? And letting it be known, ain't nothing that happened to Marvin finna go without consequences, allegedly. But then he also shares this pic and sends a shiggity with Who Gang D's diss song. So y'all check this out.
We gon' rip off him. I don't know, I ain't never gave no. We gon' rip off him. I don't know, I ain't never gave no. Come on with top on. Tears say them little dudes that scared us. We gon' kill. Come on with top on. Tears say them little dudes that scared us. We gon' catch it. Them bitches know they cannot run from us. We gon' catch it. Them bitches know they cannot run from us. He gon' murder me, tell that bitch to try his luck. He gon' step for me, my grandma know we putting it. He gon' murder me, tell that bitch to try his luck. He gon' step for me, my grandma know we putting it.
Yeah, man, that man Who Gang D was going real reckless in that. But speaking of Who Gang D, man, this man Who Gang Bill, which is, his partner, his brother, man, he went ahead and sent a shiggity on his new pic, to which he said, that dude lifted his gun in the air, dude ran down and zipped him with the blood emoji and the owl emoji. Hashtag Who Gang. Man. Y'all gotta chill though, man. Y'all gotta stop all this, man. Man, I'm not just saying this because I'm on YouTube, and we got all the politics on here, but I'm just saying this because of one black brother to another, and I just want to see all of y'all make it and prosper. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all live a better life. Y'all here having too much, man. Y'all got too much, man, to be maneuvering like this and want to take each other out, allegedly. Y'all know this is all for entertainment purposes. These dudes don't really want to take each other out, man. We gonna say that for all the extra out people. But on the cool, I'm just saying though, man. Gotta be some common ground somewhere, man. Somewhere. Or at least keep it off the internet. That way the kids that are influenced by this are not trying to get involved in situations like this. But let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we got that man PYungin. As you know, he sent shiggities at the opposition. And basically, one of the fans said, "You smoking on that boy, right?" And he repeated it back and laughed about it. And also, let it be known that if you speak on his partner Trent, who passed away, he applying pressure, allegedly. Y'all go ahead and check it out.
Y'all be on some. That ain't no play. So you smoking that boy, huh, PY?
Sorry. Say, you smoking that boy, huh, PY? Sorry.
Man, chill out, man. Smoking on that Doja. Smoking on that Doja. I be smoking on that Doja. Yeah, you see the chair right there? Yeah. You speak on that, your stupid gonna get flipped.
We should look for a sneaky way in.
Man, that man was in there watching Spider-Man, man. You know what I'm saying? He a youngin, man. You know, still got the kid inside of him, man. Sad situation, man. A lot of youngins that grow up in the hood, man, don't get the opportunity to be real kids, man, and enjoy things the kids enjoy because, you know, so much going on outside. So it's just messed up, man. But let's go ahead and move on. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Next up, we got that man Smooth R&B as he sends a shiggity at the opposition in TBG, honestly. To what, you know, Wildside Marlon shares it as well, and it states, "My city got too much D riding and clicking up. That's not standing on business. That's called being scary," with the laughing emoji. Master Splinter, I never liked the Ninja Turtles anyway. And in my opinion, this was a direct shiggity at TBG, you know, because this was dropped pretty much after Fredo went to O Block and whatnot. I mean, but then again, I could be wrong, so let me know who y'all think he talking about. Then next up, man, we got Wildside Wayne, you know, or YK Wayne on IG, as, you know, he sent the shiggity in his new little diss song, and I'm going to go ahead and play it and let it rap it to y'all.
Bandicoot sleeping with pig posting this bitch like a house. On time of Delta, they let it off. We since I get to the cold. Butterfly try to get even from that today is out. And it's just for the win, but I don't add to our loss. Mama telling me about my friend, but I can't change up on the side.
Few little shiggities coming by way of that, man. Y'all let me know who y'all think he was talking about in that one. Then we got that man BBG'z, and he got on the live with a Wildside member on the gas and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And called the man nephew and all that. Just talking about when his album was gonna drop or whatever, or new music or whatever. And then when he got off the live, the Wildside member went ahead and sent the shiggity as well, saying, you know, smoking on opposition or whatever. But y'all check this out.
What damn little Why you be coming for my neck like when the dropping, man? Come on, man. You dropping in 2 weeks anyway. Wait. You finna drop that anyway. Tell him be patient, be cool. Hold on. Man, say, man. Say, nephew. Hey, what up, nephew? Roll that boy up. Then we light him up. Step on him. Swing on their box so they gonna swerve on us.
Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man, and what he said, man. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and move on. Now we got this man ChinayTheKid, as you know, he went on IG and talked about the fact that, you know, the opposition ain't applying no pressure to him. They just want to see him locked up. So he done sending shiggities on Instagram for here on out. And in my opinion, man, I kind of think, you know, he took heed to what we've been seeing, which is, you know, you a boss, man, so you can't pay attention to none of these youngins, man. You know, you in a higher position. But y'all check this out.
Never ever catch me arguing with a on Instagram no more, or going back and forth. Cause really trying to get it off the streets and send jail. I don't want to day, cause they ain't trying to walk up and FaceTime nothing. So that day, I'm on some bigger and better big boy. This ain't the little league, it's the big boy leagues, man. Never.
Well, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. And then lastly, we got the big dog, you know, Boosie. As Boosie, pretty much a video popped up about Boosie talking about who gonna win out of Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford, to which Boosie responded. Y'all check this out.
Who you got between Bud and Spence? Bud! Alright. They been beefing already on Instagram. I caught what you call at the jeweler. What's it called? Errol Spence, he was at me. Boy, say I'm finna knock your boy off. Call him right now. Crawford.
Got a lot of respect for Boosie, man, but I'm gonna have to respectfully say you're wrong, man. Love the fact that he's a boxing fan, man, but you're wrong. And I kind of feel like his opinion coming from biasness, because we all know he don't like Trap and Yellow BBG'z, and that man Errol Spence Jr. rock with Yellow BBG'z tough. He publicly let it be known that, you know, that's his brother, as well as Trap Boy Freddy. Trap Boy Freddy brought him out during the Danny Garcia fight, and they always together, man. But you're wrong in this situation, bro. I feel like his opinion was biased, though. It's like, Bud, you know, whatever. But he did say, you know, he seen Spence at the store, and Spence said he was gonna beat on his man's Bud Crawford. And I believe him, man. I believe him. I just don't see nothing that Crawford has that he can keep Errol Spence Jr. off of him with. Errol Spence Jr. is a machine. Crawford is a great boxer with technical knockout power. He can break you down. He will break you down eventually, as most boxers will, man. Everybody got a punching chance, but his beautiful, like, cat-like reflexes are otherworldly, man. They like next level. And that's what makes Crawford so great. The ability to move like that. You know, his ability to react like that. The fact that he's a switch hitter, has good power in both hands. That man is a great boxer. You know, you will see why he would be pound for pound #1, maybe #2. In my book, he's pound for pound #2. Spence is #1. Spence is clearly the best welterweight. Spence has literally knocked off all the other champions and is fixing to knock off Terrence Bud Crawford. He has literally steamrolled through everything that he has come across. 3 broken orbital bones. You got Lamont Peterson, you got Kell Brook, and you also got the last fight with Yordenis Ugas. And in that fight with Yordenis Ugas, as we all know, Spence has not fought in a year since he fought Danny Garcia. Before that was a year, car wreck, major car wreck. Then, you know, the fight with Manny Pacquiao got derailed due to a torn retina. And Spence just, man, he came in off rhythm. You know, being off on a layoff that long is going to put you off rhythm. And most likely Terrence Bud Crawford is going to come in off of a layoff. I don't see him having a tune-up fight in between. He already said that he wants to go straight into this fight. So that shows you that man is going to come in on a layoff. He's going to come in off his game. You gave Spencer not only a tune-up, but a high-level tune-up in the last man who beat you in the amateurs. And granted, it was the amateurs, but he still beat you. And wasn't it twice? Ugas beat him twice in the amateurs. Ugas is no walk in the park. Don't get that twisted. In my opinion, he beat Sean Porter. And those jabs to the, those uppercuts to the body that he was throwing to Sean Porter were beautiful. Also, the ones he threw to Errol Spence Jr. He caught Errol Spence Jr. a few times. Everybody talked about how Ugas was not letting his hands go, but Ugas couldn't. Ugas was locked up. Spence broke his ribs first. If you go back and replay the fight, you could see Spence break Ugas' ribs and him kind of jump back and knees wobble around, what was that, around the 4th round. Ugas was throwing a few punches, you know, before that, but after that, them ribs got broken, he kept trying to protect them ribs. And that's what opened up that eye. That eye started to swell up around, I would say around the 5th, 6th round. That's when you started seeing that eye truly start swelling up, because he kept dropping his hands trying to protect them ribs. It wasn't because, you know, he didn't want to throw his hands. Everybody keeps saying he pretty much gave up. No, he didn't give up. He just got beat down. He got broken down. Them ribs broke, and then that eye socket got broken. Errol Spence Jr. is a real life monster. He can fight in multiple different styles. He's shown us that he can box. He can box on the outside. He can box on the inside. He can brawl. He's just a flat out dog. Y'all seen him go through adversity with the mouthpiece situation. It got knocked out. He got hit with some very, very hard punches. Man, I don't care who you are. This man, BBG'z, is a professional boxer. If he lands cleanly like that, he is going to wobble you. You are going to be buzzed. But in my opinion, he not only showed the world that he's a dog, but he showed the world that he has a chin. He has the right chin to do it. He said he got a haggler chin. He's Mr. Chin. He showed that. He got hit cleanly by a top level boxer, and in my opinion, the third best welterweight in the division. Of course, Jaron Ennis is coming up, and you also got Victor Ortiz. But if we being honest, just off of sheer accomplishments alone, that man BBG'z is the better fighter. He's the better fighter. He's been in more championship fights. They haven't even been in a championship fight. He's been in more championship fights than most people at the welterweight division. So, I mean, hey, you got to give him that. You got to give him that, man. You got to give him his roses, man. Not to mention he's coming off his best win versus Manny Pacquiao. And he dominated Manny Pacquiao. And I don't care what y'all say. Y'all try to say he's way past his prime. Of course he is. We all know that. But he still beat Keith Thurman past his prime. And of course, Keith Thurman did come back in that fight and fought to a decision, which he lost. Manny Pacquiao looked great. Manny Pacquiao is a threat. What was they saying in this camp leading up to the Errol Spence fight? They were saying, oh, Pacquiao has turned back the clock. He's been dominating all his sparring partners. You had that big boxing channel talking about how Manny Pacquiao is going to do it again. He's going to shock the world again. Manny Pacquiao, we know, is like a charge, man. He's like an electrical charge. He's very explosive. But the problem is that man, Yordenis BBG'z, is the wrong fighting style for Manny Pacquiao. Yordenis BBG'z is a sharp, technical fighter who can fight off the back foot. That man has a beautiful jab, beautiful jab. He's a great body puncher. All of the things that are a recipe for disaster for Manny Pacquiao. We've seen him in the past versus great boxers, and he tends to lose those fights. I don't know what it is, man. It's like the Mexican style. I think, if you ask me, Manny Pacquiao has a Mexican style that come forward, explosive, never gonna give up. You know, fight you till, you know, somebody is actually deceased type of style. That's the style that Manny Pacquiao embodies, even though he's a Filipino. But that Mexican style is not a good match for the American athletic black pure boxing style. It's not a good match for that. And Errol Spence Jr. is one that's shown that he has that style as well. He has that style. He can switch it up, man. That man can go in there and be a straight dog and get you up out of there, or he can be a pure technical boxer. If you've seen the Danny Garcia fight, in that fight, he was more so like counter-punching the counter-puncher. If you watch the Sean Porter fight, and the reason why it was so close, he got in the pocket and brawled with him. If you look at the Mikey Garcia fight, which people try to say Mikey was too small. No, Mikey is a high-level boxer. He is a great boxer. That's just the way to bash that man, Errol Spence Jr. That's all it is, man. That's all they trying to do, man. That's all they trying to do. Even the greats do it. Roy Jones Jr. loves to bet against Earl Spence. Timothy Bradley loves to. You got Sugar Ray, who he looks up to, bashing him. They love to bash that man. They don't give him his roses. I think it's one of those things, man, where your idols become your rivals, and they don't want to see him surpass them because they know he has that potential. That man is a straight up dog. And his opposition, his last 5 fights, those fighters will beat anybody on that man Terrence Crawford's resume. And of course, we know that, you know, those last 5 fights include Kell Brook and Sean Porter. But I'm just saying, like, outside of them, the Sean Porter of that day will beat the Sean Porter that fought Terrence Bud Crawford that night. The Kell Brook of that day will beat the Kell Brook that fought that man Terrence Crawford that night. And Terrence Crawford was down on the scorecards in both of those fights leading up to the knockout. You know, Kell Brook was in a position where he felt like his eye socket was going again. He got hit too hard, so he gave up. Once again, that man Sean Porter, dad, Kenny Porter, threw in the towel too early. He threw the fight, but we don't speak about that. He threw the fight. He came in knowing that Sean Porter was going to retire. He said in any point of adversity, he was going to stop the fight, which meant from the gate, they already knew what they were going to do. And in my opinion, it feels like because they were friends, it feels like Sean Porter went in there to throw the fight. He went in there and said, hey, look, if I start beating you up, I'm going to continue to fight. But if you make me touch the canvas anytime, you know, if you hit me too hard, we just going to quit. Or him and Kenny Porter had that agreement, that arrangement already set. I mean, for the boxing supporters, it felt like we got robbed in that situation because Sean Porter we was seeing Terrence Crawford be beaten badly, honestly. We seen Terrence Crawford down on the scorecards in the 10th round. That was going to show you that Sean Porter was 2 rounds away from winning the fight. Kenny Porter just gave it up. Who says that those knockdowns could have changed the outcome? We watched Deontay Wilder knock down Tyson Fury twice, and that fight still be called a draw. So, I mean, those knockdowns didn't determine the outcome. That didn't determine the outcome depending on how far down on the scorecards the judges would have had Sean Porter. He maybe would have pulled a decision, or it could have been a draw. We don't know. But we didn't get to figure that out because Kenny Porter robbed us of the rest of the fight. But in the fight with Errol Spence Jr., Errol Spence Jr. clearly pulled away in the championship rounds. There was no point where you could say Sean Porter was actually up. They were going blow for blow, and Errol Spence was once again landing more punches, just like he did from start to finish in this fight. Well, the first round, you know, BBG'z had a better percentage, but you know, he didn't land more. He had a better percentage. After that, Errol Spence Jr. more than doubled, almost tripled some rounds, the punch output and the amount of punches landed. So no, I don't agree with that, Boosie, and I feel like you're being biased, bro. I know Errol Spence Jr. is going to dominate this fight, and I give Errol Spence Jr. a 10th round technical knockout. He's going to break down Crawford, and I feel like he's going for his 4th broken orbital bone. Y'all heard your brother say it here first, man. Hold me to that, and if you want to bet, I'm with the bet. I'm a betting man. I love to bet. Let's do it. But overall, let me know how y'all feel about this fight. Do y'all feel like it's going to take place, or is a roadblock going to get in the way again? We got Bob Arum up out of there, so that roadblock is gone. But do y'all think it's going to take place? I feel like it is, man. I feel like there's nothing that can stop it. Of course, the mandatory situation coming from Stanionis with the WBA belt that was inherited into Errol Spence from the situation that the WBA was trying to do with BBG'z, the little mini tournament. But I think Stanionis knows that Errol Spence is going to dominate him, so it's pointless for him to get in that ring. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, turn post notifications on all. That way you'll be notified every time we drop a video. And y'all already know, all praise be to the Most High. Y'all know we got to give him all his glory. And with that being said, I'm out.